Okie dokie. That is ready. That looks like we're live. Just need to refresh this and see if I can't get right again, just so I can get chat up. There we go. And out. Close that. Okay. Hello there, and welcome back to Sorin's journey in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm still a little burnt out after yesterday's stream, but I feel this is actually going to be good because, well, after, saving the realm on Wednesday, Sorin's decided, you know what, you need a little bit of a break from all the world-ending, god-slaying work that the Scions are doing. Just, go and find something a little more, down to earth. And here we are in Ultima. I believe the quest I'm looking for is just there. So, let's go and see what adventures await. Hello there, sir. An old acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Sorin. Seems half the whispers that would come my way relate to your coming and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumours, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? No, I haven't. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still, can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. And he wrote, 5 years ago he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Mosea's 7th verse. Dalmud to calamity, all of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And, wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. So he flies off towards Dalmud. Aye, that's right, he flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down, though it was only recently that we found his body. I had a reason for bringing this up. Ah, right, so Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumours I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. And the thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. Zombies, sir? So, if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Will do, sir. Zombies? That's... where am I going? Camp Tribal. It's not the first time I've dealt with the undead. Oh yeah, that's maybe something I haven't done yet. My armor identification key. I can call Maggie now. Haven't seen her around before. I'm going to guess it's this. Excuse me, Miss Nashi? Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me? I guess. Miss Nashi, right? Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashi, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We travelled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Oh. It's been a while since I've had this. Aurelia as well. This must be burial. This is all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildibrand Mandeville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. Are you sure that was the most appropriate place to change, Miss Nashi? I, Nashi, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashi, there must be a leader, a head zombie, who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in Southern Fanland, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Are you sure, Miss Naji? I've never tried making friends with a zombie, but I don't see why it would be hard. Just moan, groan, and pretend to be dead. I guess. I mean, after that fight with Eorzea, I mean, I technically have experience being, you know, dead. Of the mildly annoying parts of the game where you have to wait for a certain fate to pop up. I think I can... There's a couple of... Maybe only level 30 in such quests, so maybe not worth doing. What I will do is keep my map, mini-map, zoomed in there, have it up there. And I will be off to do other... I guess we can farm some other fates. Which might do as well, because it'll mean we can earn a wee bit of... what do you call them? What do you call them? Company seals. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, Hila, you'd be helpful here. Anything else is probably something as well. just need to deal with. And as long as I have the minimap there, I can see whenever the right fate spawns. Quests that require you to participate in specific fates are a little annoying. There's sometimes, like, you don't have to wait at all, and it's perfectly fine, but other times you can be waiting for a while. Unfortunately, I don't think there's many quests that require you to participate in a fate, excluding, like, special event ones. But in those cases, I feel those fates are kind of scripted to appear regularly rather than randomly. I think the only ones I can remember, actually, other than this specific Hildibrand one, is when you're doing Beast Tribe quests in A Realm Reborn. There are several that require. Oh, hi, Mooney. Yep. Sorin is in. He's in for a little bit of a surprise, yeah. There's a lot of you. And that works for me, because it means I can AoE. And... okay, I'm guessing I'm... oh, no, there's another group. Hello there, all you, Eorzea. That. Okay, well that's fate finished. I guess I'll head down just to do this one while I'm still waiting for 8 levels of Bristle. Deal with the ads first. Just get out of the way. Oh, I didn't need to hit the ball first, right there, I guess. Doesn't hurt to... the AoE does the same amount of damage. Yeah, more. Mr. Silver Street. I mean, I'm well aware, and it's not something I think like I have any plans to back out of, but because it's in character, and the reason being that it's kind of in character for Sorin to be a healer, you do run into the slight problem of, in situations like this, being a healer is a little ineffective. I'm not even actually having to heal myself because Eos, as a scholar, Eos takes care of all that for me. sign of... Let's report himself now. Knobs of flesh. And there we go. One more feet down. Now, there's another one there. It's already getting progress made in it, so that's only 3 minutes left, so that'll expire soon enough anyway. So let's join in this one. Oh, there's one where the NPCs come in and try and help, but inevitably end up being useless. Oh, I forgot that that power is actually, you know, I haven't level synced. I'm not even attacking anything that's why I want to be fighting. You over here. Are you over here as well? Speed this up. And here's one. More friends. Pretty AoE. What is this? A unit of world-trained animal known as Warhawks been dispatched from their homeland of Tiger Farm with a single purpose: lay waste to close-lying cooldown settlements, intercept the unit and wet the sands of beastly blood. Oh, there it is. Let me drop this one quick. I think this actually might be the last guy. Run away. There we go. Lost the aggro. Okay. And that gets a bit of experience, and we do have some company seals now. Band of zombies has been exhibiting uncharacteristically civilized behaviour of late, which has greatly unnerved the people of Fanland. Dispatched a dapper undead for the benefit of the living. Level 2 high. I think. Do not disturb our practice. These are the zombies Miss Nashi was talking about, right? They seem a little, I don't know, different to the other zombies I've fought. Why do they keep doing... Why do they keep posing like that? Ow. Don't seem particularly any more dangerous than the other zombies I've fought, at least. I'm here for a gentleman. No. I guess not. Just oh, wait. If I was dead before, am I a zombie? What's the definition here? Or does it not count if I'm, not a corpse? You're right. Starting to wonder if fighting these guys is really what I should be doing. Miss Nashi did say I should just try and be friends with them. Excuse me there, sir. Ow! I guess not. Thank you, Kayla. Looks like we're done. Look, watch this. Map of Sagoli Desert and from a gentleman is rather than does. I guess I should show this to Miss Nashi first. She's the investigator after all. Miss Nashi? Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? I found a map like this. Oh, so you weren't able to make any friends? That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Zagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. Gentleman is, rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward, to the Zagoli. Where's the map now, can I? So I believe Forgotten Springs is the best place to go for me. This Magitech armor is rather convenient. I'm glad Maggie managed to make it out of the Meridianum with us. Miss Nashi? Find anything? I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just Shido. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. Well, that was what was written on the map, right? Gentleman is, rather than does. Oh. Who summons the gently dead men? They live, and we hunger. This doesn't look like a friendly reception. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Is this their leader? Spare this fine gentleman, fair lady, your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the Inspector. That's the Inspector. We hear and we obey. Miss Nashi, I think your Inspector might be that lead zombie we were looking for. It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, Devourer of Brains, Undead Overlord Extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an Undead Overlord, you're a Gentleman Inspector. Inspector Overlord. Inspector Overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused as all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Miss Nashi, stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Miss Nashi? Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of that blast is more like to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... Miss... Nash... Death. Yeah. Now, with balance like that, you know, Hildibrand has to have, like, you know, had a side job as a dragoon at some point in his past. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashi, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildibrand remembers me! Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. No. This is... Graveyard again. Are those raindrops hit, like, landing in the sky? So... Is the Inspector a zombie? Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? One of the best scenes in it, just the whole kind of, you're a zombie now, welcome to the club, don't worry about it, you'll get, just the... Just how chill the zombies are, basically. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend has a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears? This dizziness? Could it be a case? I think it's more likely to be a concussion, sir? Inspector? Miss Nashu, was explosives really the best solution? Amazing, isn't it? He wasn't dead. He was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know people could do that. I don't believe they can, Miss Nashi. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling. Inspector, sir? How are you feeling? Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert! I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ulda is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Miss Nashu, are we okay to just... Which way did he go, Sorin? Did you see? Oh, dear, I've got to find him. And change my outfit, too. Yes. He said he was going to Ulda, so I'll ask around for you. Excuse me, ma'am. You wouldn't have happened to seen a Highlander in rather broken clothes? Beg your pardon. You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mythful Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Of course, ma'am. I wasn't trying to imply otherwise. Well, gonna guess that means he is about, right? Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a Highlander Inspector in somewhat rough clothing? What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander would like to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this Inspector friend of yours, don't do something about that goddamn duelist. My mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Sorry, sir, your mate's peasant's kid's best. I'll mention it, sir. That's fine. I can't remember if she actually ever does wear her like proper inspector's outfit. From what I've played again. I know. I think you get to see her in. I mean, the only other outfit I remember seeing her in is the. I think she gets a kimono in Stormblood. Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a Highlander inspector in somewhat torn-up clothes about? Sorry, lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be best served by going to Wymond. The only rumours I've heard are about those about the weapon thief. He calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. But when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Last guy I talked to mentioned a duelist as well. I wonder if that's... The inspector... He doesn't strike me as the... Did he really have enough sense to... Sorry. Why? Okay, I'll take it. Just a guiding beacon to the quest. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! Fall almighty, bargain with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ulda. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. Checked? Actually, how do you... don't feel the need to answer that, actually. You do seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. So you've already heard about the duelist, then. Heard about that, did you? It might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden would set her most. This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I shall fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't a gentleman from the Sagoli? A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital! It'll be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. I guess I'm investigating now as well. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Oh, nope, they're multiplying. So, Mr. Wymond, I guess I should probably ask the name of this woman. Well, Sorin, you might as well go after him. I'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon, and she's a woman of a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspection, Inspector. An inspector, am I? Well... I guess that's... Oh, that's actually a point. I've unlocked the... ruinous stuff, haven't I? So, I think the first thing I should take is the... I should take Codex. That goes from level 49 to level... I am level 130. That is a... significant improvement. These people... Okay, so, Weaver skills. It's also in response to... Oh yeah, the end... Hildibrand relic. I kind of very, very briefly skimmed through the update from the last live letter. I don't want to risk reading too much into things because Endwalker spoilers. I did read it. Hildy relic weapons are gonna be fun. At least I hope they are. I hope they're not... I hope being related to Hildibrand means that the quests to do them will have Hildibrand shenanigans in them. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you ever seen. Elegant, refined, a perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? Yes, ma'am, sorry, I'm just a little distracted by... A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honour of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Theft, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown. Essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion. The Sunsilk Tapestries! How did the inspector know to come back here? Or did... maybe you just asked Wyman again. What monster would steal my pure heart? We'll find out for you, my lady. My lady? He's not... Is he rubbing off on me already? Ugh. Right. Oh, still there. Oh, I don't know. Are you sure this is going to help? You okay there, Miss Nashi? New delivery or something? I don't remember these boxes being out here when I was here earlier. Inspector Hildibrand? Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Colosseum is this way, right? I wonder if I should mention to the inspector about getting a change of clothes. He's still... Oh, crates. You okay there, Miss Nashi? That crate's looking at me funny. Is it? Um, if you say so. Where could my pure heart be? Any ideas, Inspector? Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse. In shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score ponzas, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 ponzas? Miss Moon, you're a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Ultima, at the Weaver's Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. The Inspector? Stand back! I am on the verge of unraveling this mystery. I must be allowed to focus. Miss Moon, are you... I'll go talk to Nashi then. Hey, Miss Nashi. Are the crates still staring at you? These crates are everywhere, Sorin. I wonder what's inside. I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Many cope with grief by taking up new pursuits, such as travel or exercise. Nashi chose to study explosives. Is this legal? This isn't the middle of the desert. Are you sure you don't want to stand back, Miss Nashi? I'm sure I can explain it to the flames if this causes any problems. These are not very long-range explosives. Wow, there are people in there. I guess that explains the briefing and... Isn't that Yellow Moon's pure heart? Inspector! Oh, Inspector, look! Oh, gods have mercy. I think we might have found it, Miss Moon. Inspector? At the heart of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as the shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. The gladiator professes his feelings, only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and as a man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found a pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all these thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course! That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as... Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie. I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agency of Inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you, with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me. Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, yes, very good. The name of the man is... where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Oh, well... Excuse me, Miss Ellie? I guess I should probably relay your message. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Excuse me, ma'am? I look forward to seeing how the good inspector chooses to handle this case. I guess, dealing with just a weapon thief is... doesn't have to make sense. It's a break from all the chaos and madness that was going on in Operation Archon. The Golden Bazaar. I haven't been here since all that business with Ifrit. Excuse me, might you be Mr. Humphrey? Aye, I'm Humphrey, and you are? Sorin Sherwood, sir. At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he fought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. Aye, I defended my honour and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Yeah, well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cardno. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle of Master Low we were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic, he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Miss Ellie, tell them, Elazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with my father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him the guild to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, snivelling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks and no more. I've gone bald from distress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the guild to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have, unless you help me find a sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaken young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Very well, Inspector. Do all inspectors dress like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. Sally, that blade was a rare and ancient relic. He can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily. Oh, it's moldy. Are you okay there, Miss Nashi? You're... Maybe I should take over the questioning. Excuse me, ma'am. Just wondered about an antique sword. A man named Elzar owned it. Wondered if you knew anything about what might have happened to it. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jojompa is the one you ought to speak with. I'm assuming he hasn't left. Traveling merchant? Hello there. Elazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. It's not particularly helpful information. That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. It may not be the most honourable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Well, I've never claimed to be a warrior of light, so... She wasn't talking about me, right? Excuse me. Mr. Jojompa? I'm just wondering about, antique sword owned by... Oh. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword. At least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no sword for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary, though I am loath to deceive an honourable man like Elazar. A well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. You should endeavour to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me! I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. I guess I'm involved now. Probably go and see what I can do to help. Oh. If there is a weapon thief about, then... Oh. Still a problem needs solved. Still another way I can help people. Inspector? How does the search go? It occurs to me that I have not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many occasions my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Physic wouldn't do, sir? Is that not enough? I guess not. I suppose I am a healer. The body is but an instrument, an occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Thick, sticky oil collected from the underbelly of a river-dwelling salamander. Okay. Like this, sir? Ah, the discomforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Okay. Ah, the pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Sorry. Like this. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods, yes, at last! My muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads, and the pain becomes pleasure. Are we not finished? really better with magic than my hands. Right there! Yes! Keep doing that! Just like that! Just like... Oh! Yes! Now once more! With feeling! Just once more. Okay. Ah! Never before have I received such splendid ministrations! Now then, into the spring! You as well, my good man! Yeah, okay. Beautiful. And now all I need to do is hope that none of my family was was hearing that. Well, I found stuff. Inspector? You've been productive! Excellent! May I see what you found? I found a bottle that's not sword not the sword we're looking for. Useless rock. A completely useless and unremarkable rock. Come now, what are you expecting? A rock that keeps curls away? Irrelevant portrait. Well, at least you didn't pick up a rock at random like some people. No sign of the sword Jajompa mentioned, I see. Ah! Miss Nashu, are you okay? Oh, no, I'm all wet. What was that, anyway? Did something cause you to... Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Oh, do I? Sorry, I hadn't... Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Uldar and fetch you some new ones. Oh. Yeah, that is maybe me. I'm not balancing things right. I don't know, the voice I have for Hildy, it feels like easy to do loud better. I'm not quite sure how to balance it. Is there anything I can do to... Well... Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2... No... Seems to be... I'm not sure what really I can change other than trying to get better at just speaking at a level volume. How thoughtful of you, Nashi. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. I guess, sir. Guess that means it's back to the bazaar. There's the fog rolling in, so... Oh, hello. Good fate. I feel like I shouldn't ignore this. Ah. I don't have AoE at this level. Bringing Eorzea back as lost sword won't do any good if villages. Has it spawned all the flame privates with the same? It did. It spawned all of them with the same character model. Mr. Eorzea? As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God's bless ye, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without font of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought your change of clothing. I also brought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. That's... Inspector? Are you... Okay there. Inspector Hildibrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The often neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, you... It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. Warning? Advance notice? A challenge! For me! Oh, at last, the curtain rises! Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. That's a little bright. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally... something. Core, Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing! least Mr. Elzar got his hair back, I guess. Should we not be a little focused on finding who, sent the message? Hildibrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and a rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Quest complete. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let us call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Free collectors. Oh. Hi, Catherine. Still stormy over there? Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... no, it's gone. Never mind. Oh no. Give me a moment, something might be going wrong. Nope. Okay, no, it's just my laptop having problems, not my streaming computer. More errands, start to supper. Thunderstorms, lightning. Thunderstorms and lightning, very, very frightening. It's just been raining here today. Nothing all that amazing. Yeah, so I can't remember if you're caught up entirely with Sorin's journey so far, but yeah. Having finished The Realm Reborn, last episode we're doing taking a little break from the main story and doing a bit more lighthearted stuff in the form of the Hildibrand adventures. And we've just gone and finished through the first chapter of them. And yeah, it's still got 45 minutes, so we think we can start the next one. Oh, yes. Oh yeah, I suppose when it's... I've never really been close by to a lightning storm. We always have the kind of, you see the flash and then you're waiting a few seconds before you actually hear the thunder. Which for me, kind of, the flash of light is generally not bright enough to really worry me. It's more kind of a thing where I look up and kind of like, did I see that? Did I act? Or did I just imagine it? Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ashgardian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It's been purchased by an Uldan collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should the duelist strike while I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I am told she is a difficult woman to please. Unfortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers. The store Tutusi and Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you'd like. Well, I'm not entirely sure I trust leaving this to Inspector Hildibrand as, well, as legendary as he may be, I feel it's worth trying to stick along myself. Oh yeah, animals really don't deal as well with thunder and lightning, do they? I don't actually remember the last time we had a thunder and lightning storm here, though. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? What's going on here? It was you? You've gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sake. Or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You two, he's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. Inspector? At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildibrand. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. I guess, Vesper Bay, Ellie said, didn't she? Guess I know it's supposed to be used for quick travel to the Waking Sands, but I'm sure Miss Minfilia won't mind me using them tickets for personal reasons. I am very dumb, because I feel I've never noticed that pillar there before. Miss Ellie, I believe you have something to present to Lady Dorilda? Go on then. Lady Dorilda? Again? As I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you're too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Sorry, ma'am, I'm just here to deliver some flowers for you. Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect. What is more, flowers' beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, and changing, like mine. Now get out. Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade? Yes, I read the Mithril Eye. I know full well with whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I'll have him seized, or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. A gentleman, ma'am? Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look on my peerless inspector interlopers and despair. It wouldn't be, would it? Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well, or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent... To be fair, you're not spending a single gil on me. Is that the inspector we saw back in Drybone? The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Briardian, Consulting Inspector. At your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector. Consulting Inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildibrand Manderville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you're finished with these wastrels. You see, I do not want nor need your help. Briardian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you! Where have you been, Maria? And where's my vase? There was this strange flying thing, and the vase... I dropped it into water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the Royal House of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? I picked up the vase in Ildal, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stomped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofika's wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. I'm not going to let a kid stay in trouble like that. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventure for help. Understand? In any other situation, I'd say maybe I'm not the best person to trust, but if the alternative is Inspector Hildibrand, maybe... Eager to get started, eh? Capital! You have my leave to canvass the scene for clues. Mayhap you may even find a witness or two. I'll head on ahead then. Nofika's well. It's just over here, isn't it? Price of principles. Okay. I'm going to guess this is the bridge Maria was speaking about, so... Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a young girl drop a vase into Novka's wells at all? That girl would run by earlier? Aye, I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. I didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. Hopefully that's not the case. Excuse me, sir. Have you seen any vase fall down here at all? A vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is likely to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. I wonder what kind of winged beast they're talking about. Well, Maggie. Excuse me, sir. A green chicken? A pox upon that thieving demon bird! He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... Ugh, curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There's something in the water at the man's feet. Don't mind me, sir. Just checking for... Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Drilder over... Oh. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, it's not looking in best condition. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Well, he's certainly thinking. Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. So, I guess we're just going to be fixing the vase. Well, at least it's a sensible solution. Just won't be as good as it was, but it's certainly something. Like to start. How could I have been so careless? Come to prevent your findings, have you? Splendid! Let's have a look. Are these all? Does this look like enough? Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles of far less, after all. The Inspector? There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would a great warrior. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ultima, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. He was the last shop the thieves struck, For the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the Gold Court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief, who kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since last I saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster, and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for the goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilgan. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Fanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. Off to Camp Blue Fog again, I guess. Didn't think I'd be returning here quite so soon, but at least this time I should be staying a fair distance from the castrum. Where have the rest of them gotten off to? Oh. There's Nashu and Maria. Miss Nashu, everything okay? If a Doblin became a zombie, would that make it a Zomblin? Or a Dombie? Well, how about we just hope that's never a question we have to answer? The Doblin's wounds indicated it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's just the wounds. That hammer looks... well, embedded in it. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did this is still around. I guess we'll find out soon enough. That is the plan, isn't it? Mr. Gilgamesh? This goldsmith is not to be trifled with. Another hammer just embedded into status. A single blow to the head. Impressive. Followed a trail of destruction. His handiwork is unmistakable. The corpse is still quite warm. Another hammer. Not quite as embedded this time, but still embedded. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Ahriman, all were slain with a hammer. As was that beast over yonder, unless I'm mistaken. Chimera? That Chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fibre of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! Excuse me, sir. I'm a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can, from the peaks of Curvis to Fanalan. Manderville man. Inspector? I cannot avert mine eyes! That is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville. Must you, sir? Is that our only solution here? What about you, Mr. Gilgamesh? What manner of man can be summoned only through dance? Miss Nashi? What about you? Are you really going to do the Manderville? Oh, I can't wait! Yes. We are siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the Fallen Chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. I suppose this isn't the first time I've summoned an expert with dance. I remember the short version of Manderville. Wait, no, was I not close enough? Oh. You interact with it. Right. Never mind, I'm just being dumb. Another hammer, and... Do you all have to watch? Really? There's just nothing for it, but, Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can. From Beak's Curve to Final Land. Manderville man. Something like that, right? Punch yourself a Manderville man, you would do what only a Manderville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. He comes! An enemy? Oh. I'm a little lost here. Ho ho ho! You have naught to fear from me, not at all! The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert! Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? Inspector Hildibrand? Is everything okay? Inspector? By the grace of Fall! What sorcery is this? He yet lives? Sir, is everything okay? I think one of the best scenes just in Final Fantasy XIV. The introduction to Godbert. Hildibrand Heliodor Maximilian Manderville! Inspector, is everything alright? Is he dead? Again? 10 years, Hildibrand! 10 years since you left home! And 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud! How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son? You are Hildy's father? Godbert Goldsmith's a Mandeville man, smithing as only a Mandeville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Mandeville man. I'm at a little bit of a loss here. Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. Oh, do not worry, little one. I deal with worst cases before my morning bowel movement. Sir? How? Hold your applause until the end! Margot, guide my hammer! Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance! Would you all not agree that this is a work of art? You've completely destroyed an priceless antique's historical value! Nonsense! I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior! I hope you are paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too, innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you would put away childish dreams. No matter, you will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir? I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation. We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. In Keto as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad I am to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence! I shall be travelling there on business once I've finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me. I shall follow anon. You just smile. It's one of the things I think I notice more in... It's especially prevalent in A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. But how, for the sake of the Hildibrand quests, how many unique animations they made for it. Right. Vesper Bay. Yeah, we'll probably just go through A4 tickets. Oh, Inspector Bardian. These must be the guards that Lady Drildus spoke of. Inspector? Mayhap Miss Maria should be the one to present the vase. hope she likes it. Actually, wait a second. I just want to see. Wilfred is... Does he have any comments on what's going on there? You have business with me, adventurer? I guess not. I hope she likes it. If every component of an object were to be replaced, could the resulting object be fundamentally considered the same? Philosophers are unsure. Godbert does not care. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Drilda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash? Lord Mandeville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations and esteemed gentlemen such... Oh, sorry, oops. That's not Godbert speaking. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not even speaking just of the exaggerated facial expressions, but some of, like, the actual, animations they use. Like, even as simple as, like, Elazar having, like, a animation specifically for putting the lotion on his head and patting it. Or like Hildy pulling the card out of his... There's a lot of unique animations. And even in the main questline, there's a lot of animations that just use generic emotes. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady, it does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Foreign Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed here had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work, and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Mandeville? The man who took Ulande Quiveron? Okay, how do I... Ulande Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate? It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian. Glad everything worked out, Miss Maria? I think she likes it. Inspector? Come, we have a thief to catch. Let us seek out Inspector Briardian at once. Thank you for your help, Mr. Mandeville. I hope I did not speak overmuch earlier. My wife would describe it as a proclivity to pontificate, but I prefer to think of it as an earnest desire to establish rapport with my fellow man. So I should speak with the Inspector. Mr. Briardian? Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Gerilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now, kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the treaty blade for a merchant named Jajompa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed among Lady Gerilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real treaty blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. You okay there, Inspector? Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow Inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha ha ha! A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Curfus. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't. I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. You okay there, Miss Nashi? Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... Mrs. Inspector? A ridiculous outfit! A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I'm intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Aha, what reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. I don't know if I should... Should I? Mr. Gilgamesh? He was... That damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall claim my revenge in weapon both. And... I was going to maybe do the next quest, but given that it's about 5 to... I think I might finish up there. Because that's kind of like a... I feel a clean cutoff point, just before story moves to surface. Because in fairly certain, as soon as you accept that quest, like pretty much your first objective is just to regroup with them at the observatorium. But, oh. Hildibrand is a little, like, painful to voice. I don't know, that's going for the voice I have for him, and I'm aware it's a little bit loud. But part of me wants to say kind of though, yeah, that's fitting for Hildy, but I do understand as well this is a stream. I should be trying to make it, you know, not painful to watch. But, I will be trying to regulate my talking more. It's a little awkward just something because I've kind of settled into Sorin has kind of a low voice, and Hildy obviously is very loud and obnoxious. So I think especially when the two are side by side, it does fluctuate a bit. But yeah, that is everything for tonight. Tomorrow I will hopefully, if my plan all goes ahead, I will be back in Subnautica Below Zero. Can you actually get over to here? You can, you just need to fly. And then back to Sorin's journey on Monday, which will be more Hildibrand. I feel Hildibrand's probably going to take 3 episodes to go through, like 3 streams, if I'm remembering the length of it. I think that's roughly how long it took you, wasn't it, Mooney? But, yeah, then after Hildibrand, possibly jump into... Wait, actually, do you... I'll have to actually check, because I, what is unlocked for me. Because I don't know if like once you hit level 50, like that's immediately you get the option to do the Crystal Tower raids. Interesting, Hildy is never voiced by an actor. Yeah, there's always the thing, like, if a character's voiced, it does take away a little bit of imagination from it. But at the same time, like, if a character, but also if a character's voiced, you know, they're voiced, you get to listen to it, and I know it can be satisfying. I don't think there are many, like, if any, side quests that have, like, voice acting. I think voice acting is kind of reserved for the main quest line. I don't think entirely exclusively. I was thinking maybe the Coils, the Coils had voice acting for Eorzea, Alphino, and Eorzea. I can't remember entirely because I've only done those quests once. I would really love to be able to go through them as Sorin, but it is a little awkward to get a party together for Coils. Especially at a time where I can sit and record and be in character. But, yeah. So, next, probably a couple of weeks for Sorin, we won't be doing MSQ stuff, probably doing side things. Definitely finishing up Hildy, definitely doing the Crystal Tower raids. And other than that, actually I don't think there is much more than that. Because again, the coils are awkward to do in A Realm Reborn. I might try doing some stuff kind of like pre-recorded in terms of like maybe doing, yeah, nothing voiced outside the MSQ. Yeah, I was trying to think, but I can't, nothing's coming to mind of anything outside. Other than, again, I think maybe like 1 or 2 cutscenes in Coils maybe was voiced. But again, I've only done it once, so yeah, I might do some, like, not stream it, but record it and edit it down. But the A Realm Reborn Beast Tribe quests. And by that I mean I'll just record kind of like the actual story progression ones, not the intermediate ones that you just use to level up. Because well, it's a bit of a long process to level up all your Beast Tribe stuff. You do get the, like, interesting quests kind of when it brings all of them together. And that might be something I might end up doing on stream, is if I get to the stage where I'm able to do the finale. But anyway, I think I have rattled on for long enough, so yep. Streaming plan is as normal for next week. So yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is Final Fantasy XIV. Tuesday and Thursday's current game is Doki Doki Literature Club, which I am I'm both very curious to see what happens next, and I really don't want to play it again. And then Saturdays is, for now, Subnautica Below Zero. I don't know how many episodes are left in that, though. I feel soonish I'll probably be moving on to something different. But anyway, thank you for stopping by and watching and having a chat. I really do appreciate it. And, well, barring anything unusual happening, I guess I will see you next time. Goodbye.